Mexico. What's more, Biden has taken such a reputational hit that he's pulling behind other alternative Democratic candidates, including Kamala Harris and Gretchen Whitmer. That's Vermont? What did I... Oh my God, I'm so sorry. That's irrevocable. Just delete my channel right away. You see the V? Delete it immediately. New Hampshire's Libertarian land? Well, you're just saying that because of the New Hampshire Libertarian account. Virginia. Not surprising about Virginia. You had a good run? Yeah, I had a good run. This is why I can't be a politician. If you're pulling behind Kamala Harris, it's Jover. Yeah. No, it really is Libertarian land. No, I know that, but like it's everyone over there. My understanding of New Hampshire is like every guy is I love my AR-15 and my trans son or something. I don't know. The memo was put together after the debate by Open Labs, a progressive nonprofit that conducts polling and message testing for a constellation of Democratic groups, including the 501c4 nonprofit associated with Future 4, the preferred super PAC for Biden's re-election campaign. Benjamin Gilbert Liff, it's not a matter of whether or not this data's numbers are like perfectly reliable. It means two things. For one, this is what the Democrats have to use, and this is the information they're getting. And for two, the fact that there's this shift, where is it? The fact that there's this like very distinct and consistent shift pre and post debate, that's significant. The reason why I don't believe in most polling is because if you look at the methodology of most polling, it's incredibly unreliable. A ton of the polling that you look at is literally just like hack polls quickly thrown out there that are done by third parties that just like irresponsibly, like with no control over their methodology or group selection, just like bleh, you know, and the information you get is really unreliable. But you can account for that with large groups of data, and you can account for that with like longitudinal analysis, like changes in the numbers over time. And consistently, I'm saying this data is biased in favor of Dems. The reality is usually 6% worse. Well, if that's the case, then we're really hosed anyway, you know? I'm afraid the far right will use this as propaganda that the Dems are weak. The Dems are weak. The far right is correct in that. The Dems are weak and it's their fault. The Dems are doing this. It's their fault. The far right is correct in their assessment that the Dems are weak. That's just accurate. The Democrats right now are barely able to raise concern over the fact that they're worried Donald Trump will use the powers that Joe Biden refuses to use. Like, we're in a position right now where the Democrats aren't even strong enough to bring attention to the fact that the Republicans will be willing to use power that the Democrats are too abstemious to use themselves. Jake Tapper reporting that Democratic governors held a secret meeting to discuss a replacement to Biden, but are too scared to address Biden directly. Jesus Christ. I mean, it's from Jake Tapper, man. Probably not just like a flippin' shit post. What is he gonna do? Bite you? I guess so. We'll have more on this at 4 p.m. ET on the lead CNN, but to be more precise, while there was widespread surprise by the call Democratic governors Biden reached out to him, he did see Governors Murphy, Hochul, and Cooper at campaign stops. Biden hasn't personally reached out to Chuck Schumer or Hakeem Jeffries since the debate. What? Biden hasn't talked to Schumer or Hakeem Jeffries since the debate? What the is he in a cupboard under the stairs? Is he in a dog cage? What the is he dead? It's because Hakeem has already said he wants to replace Biden. Those are the people you would talk to. Dead would be preferable. Yeah, at least then they'd have to replace him. We're completely unless they replace Biden. With every passing day, I grow more convinced of this. I genuinely don't think we have any chance at all with Biden being the candidate. Axios talking about donors not liking Biden either. I wonder why donors like Faith might be shaken by the nearly dead, hobbling, senile quit that's too egotistical to like cede power, you know? They're too scared to talk to Biden. Are you kidding me? What happened to like serving the country and not yourself? Biden will say they have the morals of an alley cat. Devastating. Let's hear more from Doggett, someone else.
Respectfully call on him to do so. Now, this is happening as brand new CNN polling that was taken after the debate is giving us a fresh look at what voters think about Democrats' chances in November. And the numbers show this, that 75% of Americans think the party's chances would be better if someone else besides Biden were on the ticket.
No, never mind, man. Democrats, just go right ahead. Who the gives a shit about democracy, right? Who cares, dude? 18 trillion people are like, please, holy shit, resign. Please, God, let anyone else be in charge. Nah, who cares, dude? It's his turn. Twice. It's his turn. All over again. Every day is one less day to signal boost the other candidates. Yep. Every day that goes on without him graciously conceding is another day robbed of the swath of future candidates, their potential to get their voices out there. We're at the looking glass, people. We got 4 months before the general, let alone the convention. Meanwhile, the Dems are talking about, like, bringing up the convention to squash any discussion of this. Insane. The convention's in 6 weeks. We need to open it now. We are like genuinely at the threshold. Everyone complicit in saying that, everyone complicit in defending the idea that Biden is like he needs to stay in, or like it would be disastrous to open up the convention. It would be disastrous to run with Biden right now. Suggesting otherwise is delusional. Yes, it genuinely does seem like right now Biden's just holed up at Camp David, listening to his wife and son tell him what a good boy he is. You know, Jen O'Malley Dillon gave staunch defense of Biden's health to donors today. He's probably in better health than most of us, she said. This is so insulting, dude. Are you kidding me? How do you remember how for years now, and all the way back to 2020, moderate liberals acted like you were doing some kind of conservative Donald Trump-esque strategy if you brought attention to the fact that Joe Biden is 50 million years old? Like, no, you can't bring up that fact. How dare you mention the stuttering and the apparent cognitive decline and the fact that he's super old and the fact that he has no, like, virality or vitality and like stamina or whatever. You know, like, how dare you bring that shit up? Biden being nominated in 3 weeks, conventions in 6, unless they open it. Update, but Hunter is potentially moving off pro-run. Hunter Biden has joined meetings with President Biden and his top aides this week at the White House. 4 people familiar with the matter who are told the reaction from senior White House staff has been, what the hell is happening? You guys realize this is legitimately Trumpian, right? The fact that, like, in a pivotal moment for the future of this country, we're getting Jill and Hunter to be like the primary advisors for Joe Biden. Joe Biden won't meet with Schumer or Jeffries, but he's up there in Camp David with his son who does crack. Whoa, hold on. We're mad right now. Don't sell me on the good parts of Hunter Biden. Come on. What's Camp David? It's a former military base that got converted into, like, the presidential retreat. It's a famous lodge. They go over there to chill and strategize, basically. It's supposed to be pretty. There are photos. It's July. There's no other candidate that can take Biden. No, I don't want anyone to take Biden. Biden needs to drop out. I don't want Biden arguing with anyone. I want him to put his hands up in the air and step down. Anyone would do better than him right now. Pete Buttigieg, Whitmer, Newsom, even Kamala Harris. Though I would really prefer it not be her. Michelle Obama, yeah, but she doesn't want to run. Can you imagine if in a critical moment for our democracy, the top aides and like cabinet members along President Biden meet with him and his son is there? Are you kidding me? Is this the Trump White House? Is this 2018 again? Is this a joke? Who the cares what you think? Hunter, I love you. Shut the up. You're just a guy. Why is Jill encouraging him so much? Because they're human. Jill Biden isn't a grifter. She probably honestly loves her husband. Like vice versa with Hunter. I don't think there's any, like, broader conspiratorial narrative with Hunter or with Jill. I literally think that Biden just feels bad and his like loved ones are gassing him up. Like, it's very human. Unfortunately, it's coming at the cost of the country. You know, my sympathies wane somewhat. Jenk said Jill Biden is power hungry. That's psychotic. There's no reason to believe Jill or Hunter are anything other than, like, just supportive, loving family members with Joe Biden. It's been pretty clearly demonstrated. Joe Biden is an unusually, like, good family man as politicians go.
The polling also shows the president's approval rating has sunk to a new low. It is now at just 36%. We're covering this from all angles. We have CNN's MJ Lee live at the White House. First, though, CNN's Harry Enton is here with us. Harry, break down some of the new polling for us.
I mean, these numbers are atrocious for Joe Biden. That's the only way you can put it. I guess the good news when you match him up against Donald Trump is that he hasn't lost any ground from where he was back in April, but he was trailing in April by 6 points, and he's trailing by 6 points now. And, you know, I just think you have to take back a step and look at where we were 4 years ago at this point. Joe Biden was leading Donald Trump by 9 points. This is just a completely different race, one in which Donald Trump has led basically continuously, at least during 2024, and one in which his lead, if anything, is holding or even getting larger right now, high single digits. And I think there's, of course, the big...
This analysis is kind of stupid and reductive for reasons I don't want to get into. I don't think these numbers mean anything. I agree that it's bad for Biden.